Hello boys and girls. Today I thought we would use our lines and our patterns we've been working with to help us create op art. Opt art is short for optical art, which is a style of visual art that uses optical illusions. Opt art works create the impression of movement using pattern and color. A lot of opt art is black and white, but you can use color if you would like. Some of these examples that I have for you, you can see they have the lines and the shapes change in a way to make it appear in this piece that the squares are going around an edge, kind of like they're sinking down into the middle right here. Even though this is a flat piece of paper, it gives the illusion that the paper is moving. Here's another. Instead of shapes, they took the lines, and the thickness of the line gives the illusion that this is like a little poofy curve, like a three-dimensional curve. And here's another piece that looks like the shapes of the dots are changing as if it were bent and curved. And here's another, the lines, again, the thickness and the shape of the lines make it appear to have some movement. For us to create our own opt art today, we're going to you'll need an eraser and a pencil. You could use colored pencils, you could use markers. It is your choice. We're going to start off with using the pencil. And again, this is just copy paper, just plain white copy paper. You could use construction paper if you don't have any of those different types of paper. You can use lined paper if that's all you have. But we're going to start off by tracing our hand. We're going to use a regular pencil, drawing pencil. Start at the very bottom of our paper, and we're going to trace up. Now I know my video is going to go very fast because I don't want you to spend all of your art time watching a video. I would rather you use that to draw in color. So this video is going to go really fast, so please do not feel rushed. You can watch the instructions and then complete it yourself. You can watch some of the instructions and then pause it and then finish some of your own work and then come back to it. That is your choice. I just don't want you to rush. You're going to see me go real fast. I'm going to skip some parts. Don't rush on your artwork. Okay? So I have my hand drawn. And I'm going to choose a color of marker. Now, if you don't have markers, do not worry. You can use crayons. You can use color pencils. It's just if you use color pencils, you're going to have to make your lines a little thicker than just drawing. With the marker, I can lay it down on the side and get a nice thick line. And I'm going to choose this color today. And I'm going to go around and just trace right over my line. I am going to smooth it out. I've got some little bumpy fingers, but I'm just going to smooth it out, make it real simple. I've not laid down my marker on the side yet. I'm using the tip to draw. Before I go ahead, I want to make sure any pencil lines that I have left, I erase and clean those up because we just need one line. If I didn't stay right on top of the line, it is fine. Just clean up the pencil lines right now before you go any further. I'm going to start at the very bottom. And I've turned it to the side so I can pull my lines with my hand. And I'm going to kind of lay it down a little bit so that instead of a skinny line, I kind of get a thick line. You gotta be careful because when getting thick lines, this marker is kind of strong. Getting thick lines, you want them still to be nice solid. So I'm gonna skip some space, thick line, stop at my arm, and go on the other side. Again, if you are worried about making these lines, just use a pencil and then you can trace over it with your marker. Now I'm going to take this side, curve to this line. Do you see how much of curve there is there? Again, I'm turning my paper because it's easier for me to draw that way. I'm going to do, see that curve? It's a big curve. I'm going to do another curve to connect those two lines. And then another curve. Okay? So I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to down to the hand, come on the other side. Down to the hand, come on the other side. Now here's where it starts to get tricky. On the other side, a little bit right there, and there. I'm trying to get my lines as straight as possible. They don't have to be perfect. And then the last line. So, see how I connected these lines down here? I need to do the same to these. So again, big curve. Make sure I get my line cleaned up. Now this curve is going to be tricky because it's going to go up here, stop, and then go on the other side. See what I said about keeping my line clean? When we're laying down our marker to get a nice thick line, you have to be careful to make sure we get it thick. And that we want all our lines to look the same. So if they don't look clean or don't look thick, just go ahead and touch it up. Now this is tricky again because see my line goes back to here and then another little line for that finger because it's separate. And I'm going to fix this line right here. So each finger is going to have its own little bump. Okay. Now this thumb, because the line is right here, it's just going to have a little bit of a bump. All right, so now it appears that my hands kind of got that optical illusion that it's coming up off the paper, but I've got all this white space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose another color to go with this. And again, if you want this to be black and white, you could do all black lines. If you want it to be red and white, or if I just want to leave it like this, I could do that. But instead, I'm going to take purple just for fun. Oops. I want these lines to be straight. If you want to even take it a step further, let's see if I can find here we go. I got a color pencil. I'm going to make it just a little bit start off real dark close to the hand, and then get lighter coming out and gives it a little shadow. As you can see, that little bit of shading adds enough to make that hand pop out even more. I hope you enjoyed this project, and if you did, I have several other art projects listed on my YouTube channel. I will add the links so that you can look those up if you're interested. Don't forget to upload your art to Artsonia. I can't wait to see it.